All right, we're live here in Blaine, Minnesota. Super Rink number 5 tonight for the 5:45 start. Western Selects white, going with the black jerseys. Going against Central Glory in white for Game 3 of the 2025 NAFES North American Female Elite Showcase. Here, rink number 5, home of the Bethel Royals. Bethel University here, somewhere near Blaine or right in Blaine, not exactly sure, but a little better vantage point than rink 6. A little higher up to film from and stream from, so we'll get to starting lineups.
Today's game features the Western Selects and the Central Glory. And now the starting lineups. The visiting team, the Western Selects. In net, Cameron Liu.
Cameron Liu in net.
Her defenders, Jacqueline Bissau and
Jacqueline Bissau and Uriah Rodriguez starting on D.
Forwards, Piper Gwynn.
Up front, Piper Gwynn.
Britton Liebecker.
Britton Liebecker.
With center, Natalie Wu.
And Natalie Wu for your starting lineup tonight.
And now the home team, Central Glory.
Central Glory.
In net, number 29, Brooke Shoemaker. Her defenders, number 20, Heidi Latham. And number 8,
Heidi Latham.
Addie
She's a Colorado girl.
With wings,
Heidi Latham.
Maya Castragala. And number 98, Kylie Penrose. Centered by number 16, Stella Mathis. And now, if you are able, please rise.
We'll have the national anthem.
Good luck to both teams. It's time to play hockey.
All right, opening face-off coming up. Central Glory must be an American team. Anthem, so. We've got face-off coming up. Game 3 of the showcase. All right, here we go. Game on. One back by Central Glory. Puck goes deep. Gasso back. Sets up behind her own net. Breaks it out. Linebacker Wu. Wu tries to send it over to Gwynn. Gwynn has to circle back after going off shin pad. She gets a little speed through neutral ice. Drops to Linebacker. Linebacker fires one. Blocked off the shin pad in front. Goes near side corner. Comes up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends it down low. Linebacker slings it down low behind the net. And Wu and Gwynn on the forecheck. Sent out, picked up by Gasso. She's got a step, cuts to the middle. In, over the net, shot. They pick it up with Muskovic on the forecheck with Vegas. And puck comes out to Central and picked up by Muskovic. White gets it back. We get to zone 3-on-2. Shot, rebound, steered aside by Lou. Crease cleared out by Milkovic. And it's like Steele down there. Where's that? Nope, that's Fargo. And Milkovic in on the face-off. White wins it back, pressured by Negus. She gets it out of the zone, chips it around the D. Goes deep, not enough for an ice. White gets there first. Central Glory in White. Picked up, regroup, neutral ice. Muskovic over to Negus. She comes across the blue line and regroups in the neutral zone back to Steele. She tries to get deep, but it's poked off her stick. White gets it. Pressure by Milkovic. And she picks it up behind her own net and looks to break it out near side. Fakes to the middle, goes wide. Gets back to the middle of the ice. She goes wide left side. Shot. Ooh, off the post. Comes back up top to Fargo. She sends it all the way down. Milkovic just getting up. Viskovich over to Negus. She puts it back in on net. On save for a whistle. So offensive zone faceoff coming up for Western Selects. White playing Central Glory in the white jerseys. Western Selects in the black. Conley on the faceoff. She gets it deep. Blom's there to help out along with Schneider. Schneider battles near side corner. She goes up top. Schwartz challenged. Lines up 3-on-2. Coming the other way. They get the line. Just stays on side. Block shot by Schwartz. Conley's back to pick it up. Goes behind her own net. Reverses back to Schwartz. Schwartz comes out far side. Up to Blom. Blom's got Schneider up through into the zone. She looks to go wide. Centering pass. Winds up on Conley's stick. Back to Schneider up top. Moves it down low. Conley battles behind the net. She comes right with it. She comes near side circle. Works to the middle. Drops up top. Schwartz gets it through. Had to go wide with it. The shooting lane was blocked off. Conley goes back to Schneider. But Central Glory is able to get it out. Schwartz back to retrieve the puck. She works it up quickly to Blom. They're changing. Blom looks for a change. Goes far corner dump. Wu first one there. Wynn's there to help out. She gets it off the skate. Can't keep it towards the net. She goes back to Wu. Clogged up by Central Glory. They swing it out to center ice. Gasso goes back to retrieve the puck. She turns up far side to Liebecker. Liebecker regroups back towards the blue line over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up to Gwynn. Gwynn's got to circle back as White got back. She gets to the middle of the ice. Poked off her stick by the D and back out to neutral ice. Gasso picks it up. She's got a little room to skate. She gets the zone, cuts the middle. Shot, off a defender's stick. Comes near side corner. Wu up to Gwynn. Gwynn down to Wu, but off a skate. Wu gets it back. She goes up top. Gasso. Gasso to Gwynn near side. Gwynn drives to the middle. She gets clogged up pretty quick. Over to Liebecker. Up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, one-timer. Gasso shot, score! Through some traffic. Quick one-timer shot low, far side, under the blocker. Gets the first goal of the game here. 15-19 left in the first period. 20-minute stop time periods for this showcase. And we'll have a face-off. Wu steps in. She wins it back to Rodriguez. Rolls off her stick. White steps into it. She's challenged by Gasso. Gasso loses her stick as puck goes back down the half wall near side. White working. Stick goes down his own. Gwynn's got Liebecker, just rolls off her stick. After she gets her stick in the way of that pass, she moves it up to Wu. She couldn't get a handle, so White looks to get it deep. Gasso is there. She goes far side, Liebecker. Liebecker has to regroup. She goes far side, wide. And White breaks it out. Got too many on the ice. Malkovich does a good job not touching the puck there. Otherwise, you might have could have had a penalty. Too many men. Negus drives wide. Shot. Blocker to the corner. She gets it back. Drops it to Viskovic. Malkovich tries to center it. And we've got puck deep. Bouncing puck in front, picked up by Malkovich. Shot from the point. Just wide of the net. White cycles down low. Fargo. Gets it up to Malkovich. Shot. Save. And White gets on the breakout. Broken up by Fisher. Comes back in the zone. It's onside somehow. I thought that might have been off. Pressured by Fisher. They move it up top. Shot. Save. Rebound. Save by Luke. Comes back to the middle. Picked up by Malkovich. She's got Viskovic and Negus. They come up 2-on-2. Negus, they call offside. Not sure that went in fully offside, but whistle anyways. 1-0. 13-15 left in the first. Conley picks it up. She drives to the middle. Center pass. Stick check by the goalie. Gets in the middle of that one as they break it out, get into the zone. Pressured by Schneider and Conley near side. Gasso's there as well. Or no, they get it back over to Fisher. Fisher goes out. Schneider. Fisher gets her stick on it. Comes to the middle. Steered wide by Schwartz. Schwartz there battling up to Conley. Conley chips ahead to Blom. Blom's got 1-on-1. She fires it. Shot saved by the White goaltender. Holds on to it for the whistle. Offensive zone face-off for Selects. Wearing the black jerseys tonight. Central, Glory, and White. Win on the face-off. Picked up by White. Poke check by Gasso. Picked up by Leckbecker. Back to Gasso. She fakes inside, goes outside to Gwynn. Gwynn circles, sends Liebecker. Drags to the middle, just poke checked off her stick. Gwynn's able to pick that up, goes behind the net. She drops to Wu. Wu challenged, body, getting some help from Gwynn, but makes it out of zone. Gasso's there. She passes off the wall to herself. Moves up to Gwynn. Gwynn's got Liebecker shot. Oh, off the bar. Liebecker up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends it low. Gwynn and Wu on the forecheck. Comes up high. Gasso's got it. She regroups and neutralizes. Over to Liebecker, far side. She works back to regroup, get some speed through the neutral zone. She works far side, has to circle back from pressure, dumps it in behind her like Gwynn. Picks it up. She sends it down low. Goes for a change. And White breaks it out. Kept in by Rodriguez. She tries to get deep. Goes off the shin pad. And Negus bumps it up ice. Viskovic on the forecheck. They're able to get it out. Trying to headman. Ooh, looks like kept it on side somehow, but Rodriguez and Gasso back. She gets it up to Negus. Negus 2-on-2. There's Viskovic. She gets his own. Looks to drop, but drives middle. Fogged up by White. Negus walks off the half wall, fires one, blocker saved by White. And back to the top of the circle, kept in by Steele. But they get it deep. First one back is Fargo. Rolling puck. Fargo battles near side corner. She reverses back the other way. Viskovic's there. She battles the half wall with the Melkovic. We got a cross check call coming on White. So selects on the power play at the 10:24 mark, first period. So offensive zone face-off. Select, talking. They bring out Wu in between Negus and Viskovic. And Melkovic and Gasso up top. One back to Gasso. Over to Melkovic. She works it down low to Negus. Negus back up top. And Melkovic over to Gasso. Gasso's got Wu in front. Off a stick, goes wide of the corner, picked up by Negus. She works up top on Melkovic. Over to Gasso. She's got a little room. Back to Melkovic up top. Fires it. Shot score. Under the glove. For 2-0. Second goal of the game at 9:59 of the first. Power play goal for the Selects. Working the puck well. Getting the goalie moving left to right, right to left, and good hard low shot from the point through a little traffic. Finds its way to the back of the net. Blom battles with Fisher, far side. Picked up by Schneider. Centering pass over to Conley. She looks to get it deep. Sent back out to neutral ice by White. Gasso up to Blom. Blom looks to rework through center ice, poked off her stick. Fisher sends it up and in. Schneider, Blom. They get it deep. White breaks it out near side. D to D over to Fisher from Gasso. Headman pass broken up and picked up by Schneider. She gets checked. Arm goes up, and Black is going to go back on the power play as they pull the goalie, get the extra skater on. Shot in by Blom, gloved, and we'll have the power play unit come on here with Wu, Gwynn, Liebecker, Gasso, and Melkovic up top. Gwynn steps in, takes the face off, right offensive circle face off. She has in her feet, sends it up to Melkovic, far point. Melkovic surveys, sends to Gasso. She fires it up off a stick Goes out far side. White's there. Picked up by Wu. Wu gets tumbled, but Gasso up to Gwynn. Gwynn takes it. Far side. It's to set up the power play. Up top to Melkovich. Melkovich over to Gasso. Gasso backdoor for Liebecker. She picks it up. Back to Gasso. Gasso shot near side. Loose puck. Woo. Win. Woo. They're able to hold on. Goalie gets her glove on it. Covers it up with 8:20 left first period. They'll get some new bodies on the ice. Conley, Negus, Viskovich, Schwartz, and Rodriguez up top. Conley wins it over to Viskovich. Schwartz, Rodriguez back to Viskovich. She sets the middle, looking backdoor for Negus off a defender's stick, but she regains control. Goes up top, Rodriguez. Over to Schwartz. Schwartz sends one in. Blocker, and they come out of the zone. Rodriguez challenges. Glove save by Lou back there and holds on. We have 50 seconds on the power play. And so Conley in on the face-off. She wins it back. Gasso on the ice. Gets it behind the net over to Melkovich. He reverses back and sends it over to Gasso. Gasso hits Conley, goes deep. Conley on the forecheck. Conley pressures far side corner with Negus. Comes up top, bounces over. Melkovich's stick comes out of the zone. Gasso regroups. Gets up ice. Goes to the middle. Little traffic picked up by Viskovich and Negus as they look to set up the last 17 seconds of the power play. Viskovich up to Melkovich. Over to Gasso, fires it. Short side, stick by the goalie up and out of play, so we got a whistle. With 7:10 left in the first, 2-0 Selects. Wu in on the faceoff, picked up by Gwynn. She circles, centers pass to Liebecker. Stick by White. And Wu up to Gwynn, shot. Liebecker looks to get a stick on it, but couldn't get a piece. The goalie gets in her glove and holds on to face off again near side. Gwynn on the face off. She wins it back to Fargo, over to Liebecker, up out to Steele. Steele regroups over to Fargo. Fargo sends it far side. Wu picked up by White. They get the zone, pressured by Liebecker and Steele. Liebecker comes out with it. She's got two White players on her. Steele tries to get it up to Liebecker, broken up by White. White sends it up and over the net near side. White looks to go up top, but nobody there, so it comes out of the zone. We're in on the forecheck with Liebecker. They're able to get it out, excuse me, and picked up by Wu. Oh, she runs right into the defender. He gets up, so that's good. White gets in the zone, pressured by Fargo. Kick to the outside, pinched on the wall around behind the net. Wu. And Fargo bounce. Area pass up. Quick win. Liebecker 2-on-1. Puck won't settle down. Oh, up off the crossbar again, maybe. Gwynn picks it up. Runs into traffic. Poked off her stick. Fisher's there. She keeps it in. Goes back down low to Gwynn. Gwynn's pressured by White. Blom there to help out. Swung around the far side. Conley on the forecheck. Breakout pass kept in by Schwartz. They work it behind the net. Blom battling. Two white sweaters. Conley steps in to help out. She comes out with it. Tries to go up top off the skate. Schneider comes in to help out, but up and out by White. And not enough for an ice. Waved off. Fisher's back. She moves it up to Schneider. Up to Conley. Conley battles near side. Bumped up off the wall by Fisher. White comes away with it, but Schwartz is there. She circles back in her own zone. D to Fisher. Fisher near side. Schneider bodied by White. And they get through the red line. Schwartz steps up into the White forecheck and gets it out. White picks it back up, gets the zone. They're going to shoot, shot, glove save. Schwartz picks up the rebound, up to Blom. Blom pressured. Conley steps in. Schwartz pinned off by White as Fisher comes up near side. She sends it up to Schneider, just out of her reach, as White sends it back up. Viskovic's coming off the bench. She's pressured. Goes over to Gasso. Gasso breaks it out. She's got Viskovic, Negus with her. Viskovic drives wide. Pressured by White. Negus picks it up at the half ball far side. She's pressured, tries to cycle it down low, but White's able to get their stick on it. Goes all the way through. White comes back to the middle. Cut off by Gasso and Rodriguez, and goes to Malkovich, who goes behind her own net. Looks to gain speed on the breakout. Near side. She goes wide. She's able to get around the body and goes around behind the net. Viskovic loses an edge. It goes in the corner. She pops up, though, and White's able to reverse back behind her net. Oh, off the referee's forehead. And kept in, but second effort up and out. Gasso is back. She's got White pressuring. She goes behind her net. Cuts her off. Up to Negus. Negus cuts to the middle. She's got pressure from behind. And she looks to get it in. As they go for a change, they get a breakout for White. She gets inside, out. Fargo keeps to the outside. Bodies up on the board, so Wu could come in and pick up the puck. Breakout. Can't get out. White keeps it a shot, just wide. Ooh. Liebecker taken out. She pops up, though. Gwynn gets it on the breakaway. She breaks in. Forehand to backhand on net. Goalie's able to square up, and she doesn't know where it is. It's in. Oh, just from the goal line. Goofy play there. Liebecker kind of got cut out at the knees by her own player, but she's back up and sends it to the point. Fargo goes far corner dump. Gwynn on the forecheck with Wu behind the net. Gwynn is able to come away with it. She works it up top. Over to Fargo. Shot blocked in front. And steals back to pick up the dump out by White. She's pressured. Oh! She's got pressure. Moves it to Fargo. Fargo up to Gwynn. Gwynn got her stick on it, but couldn't get control as White regroups, sends it up and out. Steele sends it up, but poked off her stick, and White sends it in. Over to Fargo. Fargo looks. She's got Wu. Wu steps to the middle. She's got a little room. Shot. Rebound. Just White there to pick that up and start the breakout. They come out near side. Good stick by Schwartz. With the poke check up off the glass. Oh, just kept from sending Wu in on a potential breakaway, or one-on-one at least. And Slugs get it deep. Final minute of play in the first period. 2-0. Selects. Ooh, almost picked off by Schneider, but White gets it out. Colley passes herself off the ball. She's got Blom. Tries to slide it over. Gets there, but White defender coming off the bench is able to catch up to Blom, and they work out. Picked up by Schwartz. She sends one in on net. Gobbled up by the white tender and holds on for the whistle. So we've got 37 seconds left, first period. 2-0. They came on to dirty ice, so we'll have an ice make after the first. And the final two periods will be played out after the ice make. They do the ice every 2 periods at this showcase. So Rodriguez battling at center ice. Bumped up, 2-on-1. Slid over. Rodriguez back shot. Oh, just wide. Oh, rebound off the back wall. Put back towards the net, but just wide. Breakout, Negus. Up to Viskovic. She's 1-on-1. She has a little step. Tries to slide over Malkovich, but off the skate. 10 seconds left. She slides it over to Gasso. She's got to go in. She turns, shoots. Off the stick. Save. Covered up by white goaltender with 4.2 seconds left. And Malkovich on the face-off. She pushes it forward. And they like to eat it behind the net for the final seconds of the first period. And we'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes, probably closer to 15, as they make the ice. We'll be back.
bit more of that.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Third period action, or second period, excuse me. First, yeah, pop it up. Second period here. After first period ice make, wasn't used to that, so second period action. Fresh sheet of ice, with them doing the ice every 2 periods throughout the showcase. Woo, over to Liebecker, she sends it back. Picked up by Gasso. Ooh, she kind of goes down funny, but she's battling and looks to be all right. She pops up, so good. Up, kept in by White. And Woo battles behind the net. Puck's sent up far side by Gasso. Back down to Gasso from Gwynn. Gasso steps around the defender. She comes across the blue line. Sends it over to Gwynn. Gwynn works back through neutral ice. She's got a little room in the middle. She steps, drags in, and shot. Score. Finds a little seam through the D, and is able to go up over the glove with a quick shot. 3-0, 19-13 in the second, so we get fresh legs on the ice. Malkovich, Viskovic, Vukovic. I got to check in on that one. I'm going to stick with Vukovic. Viskovic right now, because that's what I started with. So we'll work on that one for tomorrow. Kept in by White. Back behind the net, Fisher picks it up. She comes out near side. Has to reverse from pressure. D to D pass. Break it out. Negus takes it around her own net. And up and out. Melkovic there with one on one. Kept in by Schwartz. Schwartz fires it. Steered to the corner with a pad save by the White goalie. They look to break it out. Viskovic's on the forecheck with Melkovic. They send it up, goes off a stick, so no ice. Schwartz is the first one back. She goes D to Fisher. Bumps over her stick. White's able to get there, so tries to send it down low. Viskovic's helping out down behind the goal line. Fisher's there. Breaks it out, goes off a stick, up and out of play. And so that'll stay in the zone for a face-off. Just under 18 minutes left in the second. Blom on the face-off. She looks to break it out near side. Steele jumps on it. She looks to drive through. She's got some pressure. She gets it deep, though. Schneider centering pass. Oh, it just goes off the apron of the back of the goal. Otherwise, Conley was right there. They send it up and out. Rolls off Fargo's stick. She goes back, retrieves. Circles back into her own zone. Goes behind her net. Comes out near side. Schneider tries to bump it to the middle. Back to Fargo. She picks it up. She's got a little room to skate. She gets wide. She's got some speed and some help. Blom in front. Oh, she drives hard to the net. She was kind of shouldered by the D, but runs into the goaltender, and she's going to go for interference, goalie interference. Goalie looks okay. She looks like she was just driving hard to the net, and kind of cut off and forced by the D and into the goalie, but they're having a conversation at the bench, but Fargo goes for 2 for goalie interference. 17-10, goalie seems to be fine. Wu wins it back. but picked up by White. They go up top, half wall, far side. Cycle back up top, back to the far side, half wall, steps to the middle, shot, blocked in front, goes wide, near side, picked up by White. White works on the perimeter on the power play behind the goal line, pressured by Rodriguez. She battles as they cycle back down low behind the net, pressured by Gasso. Rodriguez on D with Wu and Gwynn on the PK. Comes off the Gwynn stick. She's got 2-on-2 with Wu. Short-handed. She works to the middle. She's got a little room. Oh, tries to feed Wu back door. And the goalie is able to get her stick on. Wu's on the forecheck. Almost picks that off. Gwynn steps up and goes all the way down. That should be an icing. I don't know why that's not nice, but they wave it off. Rodriguez picks it up. She's pressured. Far side, half wall. She battles. White comes away with it. Looks to set up again on the power play. Blocked by Gasso. Gasso. Oh, it goes in front. We got a whistle. And we'll go for a line change. Whistle was
94 cross check.
Oh.
Oh, both of them.
Oh, we're going to go coincidental minors with Uriah Rodriguez and White player. I guess maybe cross checks, but anyways, remain 5-on-4. Liebecker out with Malkovich, and should be in the neutral zone, I think. But run over to Gasso. She bumps it around. Can't get it out, but she does in the second effort. White pressured by Viscovich. Picked up by Liebecker. She's all alone. Short-handed. Oh, goes forehand, backhand. Big stretch save by the White goaltender. Back down low. Up top, Gasso back to Liebecker. Liebecker spins off the wall. She's got two White players on her. Picked up by Gasso. She steps back to the middle. Shot. Save by White goaltender, making some big saves here in the first quarter of the second period. 2 seconds left. On the penalty to make it even strength. Liebecker steps in on the face-off. 5-on-4, advantage White. They go up top. Malkovich from Gasso. Shot, save, right in the glove. She holds on. So now we're even strength. Got coincidental minor still in the box. But 5-on-5, even strength. Liebecker tries to work it over to Viscovich. She gets it back. Viscovich in front. Pushed up top. Gasso, shot, blocked just wide of the net. Negus is there. She works behind the net to Liebecker. Centering pass. Viscovich back door. Negus pushes it just wide. Good look. Shot. Rebound. Oh! Good save. Rebound save by White goalie. A shot and a rebound. Coming right back at the White goaltender. She's able to make both saves, push it to net off just a little bit so we get the whistle. Liebecker wins it over to Negus. Negus up top to Malkovich. Back to Negus. She works down low, comes back out. Bounce pass off the wall. She gets body position up and out of zone. And Malkovich goes one-on-one. Oh, good poke check. And White's able to swing it around far side, pressured by Liebecker. Puck squirts out and picked up by White on the breakout. And Malkovich keeps it in. Rolling puck. She couldn't get as much on as she hoped. But another bouncing puck goes over White's stick, and Liebecker tries to send it in deep. Goes off one of the selects on the bench, so we got a center ice face-off with 13:54 left, second period. 3-0 selects Blom on the face-off. White wins it back. They get to the red line and send it deep. Goes behind Lou, where the D reverse Schwartz up to Schneider. Schneider battles half wall with Schwartz. Blom comes away with it. She goes up far side to Conley. She gets it out with Blom. She picks it back up. Conley cuts back outside, but goes off a skate. And they have to regroup through center ice. Schwartz back. Schwartz behind her own net, D to D. Oh, picked off by White. Goes over to the half wall far side. Conley pressures. They're able to get it deep. And Steele comes away with it near side corner. Up off the wall to Schneider. She bumps up to Blom. 2-on-1. Blom. Conley. Blom. Shot. Ooh, saved by the White goaltender. And she holds on to the whistle. 12:52 left. Second period. They go for a change. We got Wu, Liebecker, Gwynn, Fisher, Fargo out. Wu over to Gwynn. Gwynn looks up top to Fisher. She tries to cycle down and picked off by White. White challenged by Wu. And Gwynn keeps it in. Sends it down low. Liebecker's there. She's got Wu in front, just off the mark. Fargo is able to one-time that back in, but goes off a body in front. And they regroup. Fisher over to Fargo. Fargo goes far side. Gwynn up to Wu. Wu drops to Gwynn. She looks to Liebecker, but runs out of space and works it up top. Fargo sends it down low. Liebecker to Wu. Sticks in front. Gwynn tries to bump it off the stick, but White's able to get it out. Picked up behind the net by Fisher. She moves it up to Liebecker. Liebecker, Wu. Wu steps to the middle with Liebecker, broken up in the middle by White. And Fargo goes back to retrieve the puck and goes D to Fisher. Fisher, near side. Liebecker bumps it up to Wu. Wu, challenged right away. Green's there to help out in her skates, but White gets it out far side. Kept in by Gasso. Gasso, just out of the reach of Gwynn. Goes deep, though, and White looks to break it out near side. Goes all the way down. That'll be enough for an ice. So 11:20 left, second period. Offensive zone face-off for the Selects. Malkovich in on the face-off. Comes up top to Gasso. She works far side. Half ball steps to the middle. Challenged by two White players. Shot. Spear to the corner by White goalie Negus up to Rodriguez. She sends it down far corner. Viskovic picks it up, steps to the middle. Shot. Save. And held on to by the White Central Glory goaltender. And they change it up. Fresh legs for White. And Melkovich on the faceoff. Wins it back to Gasso. Gasso spins away from pressure down to Negus. Far side corner. She reverses back up. The wall to Gasso. Steps to the middle. Shot. Rebound. Bouncing puck picked up by White. Up and off the glass and out. Not enough for an ice as Gasso's back first. She's able to come around the net and cut off the White forechecker. She goes over to Rodriguez up the near side wall. Kept in by White, but picked up by Rodriguez. She goes back to Gasso. Gasso, Negus, far side. 3-on-1. Negus got some room. Fires one. Oh, far side. Corner up over the shoulder of the goaltender. Negus able to get a hold of that one and makes it a 4-0 hockey game with 10-11 left. About halfway point of the game here. She gets the headman pass from Gassel, I believe. She had a lot of room with some speed on the far side and rips it up over the blocker far side for number 4 for the Selects. Schwartz reverses back near side up to Schneider. Schneider challenged at the blue line.
Number 13, Reese.
Steele gets up to Blom. Blom goes inside, outside. Ooh, touches an edge. And it goes into the corner hard, but she's up. Kept in by Steele. She walks to the middle. Cuts back outside. Shot. Blocked in front. Goes out to Schwartz, far side. She works inside. Fires one. Blocked in front by Connolly and tied up with the defender there. And goes up top. And goes deep as Schwartz looks for Connolly. Picked off by White. Fires one. Blocked by Schwartz. White goes up high. Rim down low. All the way around. And Blom there with Steele. They get it out of zone. White gets it. Goes D to D. Connolly on the forecheck. Connolly tries to get a stick on it. And they send it up all the way down. That'll go for ice. 8:51 left, second period. And fresh legs out. Gwynn steps in on the face-off. One by White. They go behind their own net, pressured by Gwynn and Liebecker. They poke it out, far side, half wall, up and out, one-on-one. Fisher back, keeps to the outside, and they break it out far side. Oh, goes off a skate. Wu gets it. 3-on-2. Over to Gwynn. Gwynn. Centering pass. Oh, just redirected wide by Wu. Liebecker up top to Fisher. Back to Liebecker. Liebecker steps to the middle. She gives it back to Fisher, who goes down low to Wu. Near side corner. Cycles to Gwynn. Gwynn has to step away from pressure, and it stays at the half wall. Kept in by Fisher and Liebecker. She steps to the middle, steps to the right side, drops to far to Wu behind the net. She works the half wall, gets it up to Liebecker at the point. Liebecker spins back from pressure, sends it deep, as it was a little poked off her stick. So she gets it deep. They get it up and out. Gets up to the forward, shot saved by Lou. Blocker controls the rebound, is able to cover up. 7:33 left, second period. 4-0. Selects up. We got a Melkovich taking the draw. Winds up top for White. White sends it in deep. Steered wide, bounces in front. And Lou kind of gets run by, but she pops right up. She seems good to go. A little extra crash to the net there, it felt like, but comes out far side. Negus gets the chip by. She does. And Viskovic's cut off by the White D, but she gets it back. They battle behind the net. Negus back to Viskovic. Over to Malkovich. She steps to the middle, takes the shoot, past it. Negus shot by Viskovic. Just wide. I think the goalie got her blocker on it. Rodriguez, Vescovic. Oh, shot by Melkovich just wide off the backboards. Goalie's able to track that and cover it up before it gets back into the crease area. And we'll have another face-off here. Offensive zone to the left of the white goaltender. 6:45 left, second period, up to Gasso. Conley, back to Gasso, shot, score. Little give and go with Conley. Gasso, back to Gasso. She rips one under the glove. Good hard low shot. Quick on the give and go and buries it. Make it a 5-0 game, so we'll have run clock. Blom on the face-off with Schneider and Connolly. White tries to gain the zone, but Gasso steps into that. She sends it over D to Rodriguez. Self-pass off the wall. She tries to cut in the middle, runs into her own player, but gets it deep. White breaking out. Gasso, near side. Pressured. She goes back to Schwartz. Schwartz sends it up to Connolly. Connolly to Blom. They get the zone. Pressured, kept in. Blom, Conley kicks it up to her own stick. She goes over to D. She gets it back after going off the stick. Battles in front. Conley up to Steele. Steele steps in the middle. Shot. Oh! Blocker save. Conley almost got her stick on it, but it was bouncing and pretty quick off the blocker. Goes all the way up to the point. Sent back in by Schwartz. And up and out by White. Schwartz hustling back. She gets a stick on it. Good poke check by Schwartz on the back check. Breaking up the breakaway by White. Schneider all by herself. She goes in. She works. She recognizes she's all alone, so she goes behind the net. Sends it to Wu. Wu with Gwynn on the forecheck. They go up and out all the way down. Now they go for an ice. 4:41 left, second period. Good pressure by the Selects, forcing White to send it all the way down to get a little relief. Gwynn steps in on the face-off. She wins it back to Fargo. Fargo gives it to Liebecker at the half wall. She works back up top to Fisher. Far side, Fisher. Fisher gives it up top. Fargo sends it in. Oh, Wu almost got a stick on that rebound. She sends it down to Gwynn. Gwynn over to Liebecker. Liebecker steps to the middle off the half wall. Just rolls off her stick over to Fisher. Fisher's got it. She's got Liebecker up top. Over to Fargo. Fargo to Gwynn. Gwynn steps to the middle. Comes back. Centering pass. Doesn't make it through. Goes off the paddle of the White goaltender, but on the breakout pass, Fargo picks it up. D to Fisher. Fisher up to Liebecker. She backhands up to Gwynn. Gwynn's challenged by the White player. Comes off the corner, but Wu's there. She goes to, to Liebecker. Quickly taps it to Wu, and Wu gets quick tap on it. Kick save by the White goaltender. Fisher gets it back deep. Wu on the forecheck. Gets a stick on it. She works in the middle. She cuts back off her stick. Gwynn's able to get her stick on it. She's got two White players on her. And picked off by Liebecker. Shot, score. Up under the glove. Quick shot by Liebecker coming off the half wall with some good battle there. And she sends it in on net. And sneaks under the glove, kind of greasy armpit. for the 6th goal of the game with 2:20 left, second period. And Malkovich wins it over near side, but White gets it and gets it deep, picked up by Gasso. She goes behind her net, loses an edge, or tripped by pressure from White, and Rodriguez picks it up. She gets the zone. They get it deep as White has to regroup deep in their zone with pressure from Negus and Malkovich. They work out far side. Viskovic picks that off and regroups back in her own zone. She stops behind the net, comes back out far side up to Negus. Negus feeds Gasso. Gasso, bouncing puck, picked up by Viskovic over to Rodriguez. She goes off the wall to Negus just ahead of her, but it'll get deep off a White stick, so no ice. And she gets the middle, picked up by Negus in tight off the post, sound like. Goes behind, kept in by Viskovic. Negus. White tries to break it out. Gasso challenges at the red line. And gets deep, but Rodriguez is there. Up to Blom. Blom up to Viskovic. She gets his own. She fires it. Rebound off the glove. Blom behind the net. She's bodied. White's able to get it out. They chip it up. Can't get through. Gasso and Schwartz steps up at the half wall far side. Viskovic sends it up to Connolly. Connolly gets it at the red line. She cuts back to the middle. And to Blom. Connolly gets it back. She gets it deep. Bodied up by White. It's getting a little physical out there. Connolly picks it up. She's got Gwynn in front. Rebound. Sleuth. Oh, quick whistle by the referee. Lost sight of it. Maybe the net's off. I can't tell. But that'll do it for period number 2. 1 minute overtime. And we'll get back at it here shortly as Selects have a 6-0 edge on the game here on Rink 5, the Bethel University home rink. And game 4 will be tomorrow morning. No, excuse me. Only one game tomorrow. And I believe it's at 3:30 Central. Against the Boston team. And then depending on how everything goes, we'll have all the semis set up and consolation games top. So there's 9 teams in it, and the top 4 teams will go to the semis, and the remaining teams will have consolation games. And so with the big win tonight against Central Glory, Selects will, I'm pretty sure, solidify a top 4 seed, but a good game tomorrow would potentially give them the opportunity to have home ice advantage throughout. So got to get through this game and then another game tomorrow, 3:30 Central against the Boston team. So Wu in on the faceoff. White wins it, gets it deep. They send it all the way down. Lou sends it back over to Liebecker far side. She's has to reverse back, and Lou picks it up, sends it up to Gwynn. Gwynn got some speed. She gets inside. Oh, off the post. We got a new goalie in for White. Oh, Woo hauled down. And they'll call that for a slash. And they brought in a new tender for Central Glory. As Black goes in on the power play. Gwynn got a step. Tried to go up and over the glove, but hits the post. And so one back, Liebecker, Gasso, Melkovich hits. Oh, I think it hit Wu somewhere. She's not feeling great, but the rebound's right there picked up by Liebecker. Is that number 3 for Liebecker, hat trick?
Really? I think maybe 2.
2? I thought she must. Oh, she got called out earlier by the scorekeeper, I think on a Gasso goal. So Liebecker there to bang in the rebound after Wu took one somewhere in front, trying to create a screen and tip, but Liebecker was there, dropped right there near side, and she popped it in for goal number 2. Up to Negus and Viskovich. And Malkovich up there. Negus tries to keep it in, but White comes out, and they gain the line, challenged by Gasso. And Malkovich behind the net, breaks out far side to Viskovich. She sends it up out of the zone, looking for Negus. Viskovich drives wide, goes behind the net, circles back to the top of the circle, gives to Gasso. Gasso, ooh, hits the White player in front. And she's might have caught it on the inside of the thigh there. But Gasso gets it back. She gets the blue line. Drags through. Stick by the D. Pushes to the far side. Half ball. Viskovich to Gasso. Fires it. Blocker down and out by White. Picked up by Steele. Quick headman up to Melkovich. He steps to the middle. Backhand pass off the skate. White gets it up and out off the wall. White cuts the middle. She drives, hit the outside by Schwartz. And Malkovich is there. And Schwartz gets called for a holding. I'm not sure about that, but looked like good defensive play. And just kind of got in her way a little bit. But maybe the score has something to do with it. Who knows? As she gets called for 2 minutes for holding. And White goes on the power play. And Malkovich wins it behind her own net. Fargo sends it up off the wall, up and out. Negus on the forecheck. Through center ice. Pressure. Gets a stick on her. They battle. And Negus might get 2, maybe coincidentals. So the big guy in stripes likes the coincidentals. I can appreciate a little bit for trying to take control of the game so it doesn't get out of hand if it's headed that way. As White wins the face-off and they get it deep. Steal back. She sends it all the way down on the PK. White goalie gets out there and gives it to the D getting back. They reverse behind the net and break it out near side. through center ice. Off the stick, so no icing. Fargo's there first. She sends it far side wall, kept in by White. Steele pressures with Viskovich, near side half wall. White comes out with a shot. Blocker saved by Lou. And Malkovich gets it deep. Viskovich there to keep the goalie pass from getting out of zone. They have to regroup behind their own net. 14 minutes left in the third. And White gets it deep as the penalty expires. Gasso's back. She cuts off the player so Fisher can get it up to the half wall. She gets it back, pressured by White. Center pass broken up by Gasso. They battle behind the net. And Gasso going to reverse back, but White gets it, but Schneider, Conley to Blom. They get the zone. Blom fires it. Blom saved by the White goaltender with 13:15 left in the third period. Got to wait for a whistle. The big guy keeping it. Everybody honest. Black wins it back. Selects Fisher. Over to Gasso. Gasso looks to fire. It's wide. Picked up by Blom. He sends it deep. Conley behind the net with Schneider. Blom. She goes back down low. Tries to get to the middle. Poke checked off her stick. Clear pass kept in by Gasso. Gasso works half wall. Pressured by White. She gets it down to Blom. Blom comes off the wall. Up to Fisher. She regroups center ice over to Gasso. Gasso hits Fisher, or Schneider. Schneider circles. Two White players battle her with Conley stepping in. And they work behind their own net. Far side. Have to retreat back from pressure. Conley kicks it off back to her. Oh! Blom gets tripped up in front. And White stands on it. Fisher taps up Conley. She's pressured. And White gets it deep. Gasso's back. Gasso works out of the zone through center ice. She gets the blue line. Drops it. Rue fires one in. Blocked in front. Goes to the far side corner. Gwynn keeps it in. Poke check. She has to regroup through center ice. Gets wide. She's got a little speed. Shot. Save. Steered wide. Picked up by White. They come out near side. Rue and Liebecker battle. Liebecker back to Rue. Rue back down low to Liebecker. She keeps it in. Drags to the middle. Liebecker or Gwynn. And kept in by Rodriguez. Bouncing puck. Rue. Liebecker sends it deep. Gwynn on the forecheck. Gwynn pressured. D spins away from pressure and breaks it out. Back to Gwynn. Gwynn and Rue. Gwynn gets a step as they're changing. Drags and shot saved by the goaltender there in White in for the third period. Able to hold on to that thing and make the save. Good scoring opportunity. 10 minutes left in the third period. And Malkovich wins it to the Skidooks. Up top to Rodriguez. Over to Fargo, blocked just in front by White. She sends it all the way down. Looks like it'll be in net. Lou takes it. Stops it. bumps it to Fargo. Fargo sends it up to Viskovic, so Malkovich back to Viskovic. She gets his own. White gets a stick on it and ties up Viskovic. Gives to Malkovich, shot. Blocked by White D. She gets it back. She's pinned on the boards and she tries to go back after it behind the net. And Rodriguez keeps it in. Negus. Viskovic over to Steele. Steele deflected up and over the net. Negus on the forecheck there. He's able to get that puck near side corner, 2-on-1. And Malkovich steps in, winds up Viskovic. Up top, Schwartz fires it just wide, near side. White tries to get it out, kept in by Schwartz. She gets it back down low to Viskovic. She gets tripped up, but doesn't come out of zone. Malkovich gets it down to Negus. She gets tripped up in front. Viskovic gets it up top. Steele over to Schwartz, just wide. And Malkovich pressured far side, picked up by Negus. Viskovic. Negus back down to Viskovic behind the goal line. Far side corner. Battles. We've got a power play coming up here for a high stick on White, I believe. So rough. Rough on White. 2-minute minor, 7:50 left, third period. Power play for Selects. We've got Schneider, Conley, Blom with Gasso and Amelkovich up top. Over to Conley. Conley, Amelkovich. Back down to Conley. Conley. Over to Gasso. Gasso fires just wide right, kept in by Amelkovich. Down to Conley. Up top to Amelkovich. Fires low. Rebound. Conley picks it up. She goes behind the net. Over to Blom. Blom up top to Gasso. She keeps it in. Pressure. She steps in the middle. Goes to Blom. Near side corner. She goes back up top to Gasso. Amelkovich fires it up over the net. Winds up to Blom. She goes up top to Gasso. She fires one. Near side corner. Gloved by the goaltender. Over to Amelkovich. She's got Blom near side. Oh, off the crossbar. Shot saved. And rebound covered up by White goaltender. Blom gets good solid shot off the crossbar. And dropped in front. Goalie's able to cover that up with 6:10 left in the third period. 40 seconds left on the power play. Gwynn wins it back to Liebecker. Liebecker over to Fisher. Up top, Fisher gets the handle. She's got a little room, works behind the net to Wu. Wu works up, half ball, drops for Liebecker. Liebecker through the middle. Goes off a stick. Gwynn and Wu are in there. Gwynn battles. She gets some help from Liebecker. She goes up top to Fargo. Liebecker. Liebecker. Wu up top to Fargo. Fargo near side to Liebecker. Liebecker tries to slide it over. Gwynn far side, but just a little poke check there. Gets in the way of that. Oh. And they'll call it ice on that. Lou came out to play it, but thought the wiser and let it go for an ice. And so icing brings it back. Offensive zone face-off. It selects Wu in on the face-off. Over to Gwynn. Gwynn picks it up. Centering pass. Wu. Oh, bouncing puck. over to Liebecker. She gets a handle, goes up top to Fisher. Up. She gets tripped up. Comes out of the zone. Fisher over to Fargo. Fargo gets it deep. Gwynn on the forecheck with Liebecker. Reverse, picked off by Gwynn. She works around the circle up top to Fisher. Fisher sends it down low, but White's able to grab that and break it out. And Gwynn is the first one back. She picks it up, comes around the net, looking for speed. Up off the wall, good soft pass to Wu. Wu tries to send it over to Liebecker and just rolls off her stick, and the goalie is able to cover up. 3:55 left. Amelkovic gets tied up on the face-off, little high stick, but Viskovic's there, pressures, and goes off the stick and out of play. So we have a whistle. Amelkovic on the face-off. She wins it back. Viskovic back to Amelkovic, picked off by White. They look to break it out up far side. Rodriguez challenges, gets to the outside. Gasso to Negus, up to Viskovic. She drives wide, cuts the middle, drops to Gasso, shot, save. She works it to Amelkovic, far side. White's able to chip it around and drives wide. Rodriguez keeps to the outside. Amelkovic up to Negus. She drives wide, gets it deep. Amelkovic, she gets tripped up. No call. Viskovic to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to Amelkovic. Centering pass broken up by White. Viskovic gets her stick on it. Oh! A rough to the back of the head. But they battle in the near side corner. Try to get it out. Kept in by Gasso. She steps to the middle. Drags it outside, inside shot. Gets in on net. And what?
Gets a hat trick, if not four goals.
Gasso with the hat trick at least. Gets under the far side pad with 1:20 left, third period. White gets it.
Scoring for the
G to G.
Jacqueline Rousseau, assisted by number 13.
Picked up by Schwartz. She gets the zone. She drives wide. Broken up. And kept in by Blom. She tries to come off the wall with it as White breaks it out. They go far side. She's challenged by Steele. And Schneider comes away with it. She comes out, all the way out. And White gets it, D to D, on net. 40 seconds left. White tries to center it, broken up by Schwartz and Schneider. And White gains the zone, fires it on net. Steered to the corner by Lou. Blom gets it. She comes off the wall with it. She looks to headman to Conley. Conley's got one-on-one opportunity. Shot. Glove save. Goes near side corner. Kept in by Schwartz. White gets it. Headman's up ice. One-on-one. Fisher's back. Fisher gets her stick on it. Breaks that up. Gets it out of zone. Selects come out on top. Game number 3. Game number 4 tomorrow, 3:30. back here at Blaine Super Rink number 6 tomorrow, back on 6, I believe, at 3:30. So thanks for joining us, and hope to see everybody tomorrow.